I'd like to offer a heartfelt apology. Oh, it's not for something I did or something I said. Rather, in the aftermath of the US election, I just wanted to sincerely apologize to the public for my industry, the journalism business. Aside from Hillary Clinton, there was another casualty following the results of the November 8th election, and that other dead-on-arrival corpse was the once proud craft of journalism. Sean Hannity of the Fox News Network said it best back on October 26 when he tweeted the following in block caps, no less, quote, "Journalism is dead in America," end quote. He's right. And the carnage isn't just limited to the USA. Journalism is pretty much dead or dying financially, morally, and ethically in so many other jurisdictions too, including right here in Canada. You know, folks, there are editors of some daily newspapers that aren't even real journalists, but ex-political hacks. Yeah, it's that bad. And as we witnessed south of the border for the past 18 months or so, the prevailing slobbering love affair between an overwhelmingly left-wing media and the Democrats was downright embarrassing. I mean, next time, get a room, okay, guys? Indeed, forget about the New York Times slogan of all the news that's fit to print. Journalism's new unofficial mantra now seems to be, don't let the facts interfere with a good story. It was actually wince-inducing to see the vast majority of U.S. mainstream media outlets morphing into Hillary's 3,000 stooges, trying their damnedest to turn a blind eye to scandals like the Benghazi massacre that resulted from Clinton's opportunism and incompetence. And of course, let's not dwell too much on Hillary's obsession with operating an unsecured server, which resulted in classified emails being hacked into by God knows who. These scandals make Watergate look like tiny talent time, yet where's the next generation of Woodward and Bernstein when you really need them? Indeed, while Trump was mercilessly vilified for some crass reality TV comments, Hillary was fawned over. Golly, I wonder how those cheerleader journalists were able to pound out stories given that their hands were filled with pom-poms at the time. And given the adoration Lady Hillary received from CNN's staff, I'm surprised CNN didn't go all in and simply rebrand itself as the Clinton News Network. Indeed, as they say in Vegas, the fix was in. Gracious, when you had the likes of the National Enquirer breaking bona fide news stories while the likes of the New York Times were suppressing or spinning those very same stories, you know you're on a 5-coupon ride to the bizarro world via the Twilight Zone. Hey, progressives and left-wing zealots might spout an odious agenda, but I'd never accuse them of being stupid, which is to say, this is why they continue to infiltrate the so-called 4 Ps of society: professors, politicians, police, and yes, the press. It's all about shaping public opinion to fit their narrative. And while mainstream newspapers have always had biased viewpoints, those viewpoints used to be confined to the op-ed pages. These days, that bias has moved to the front page where it poses as actual real news. But there was a silver lining regarding the outrageous bias of those media outlets that tried to cook the outcome of the American election. They utterly failed. Tuesday's election was all about a majority of Americans rejecting elitism, including media elitism. Sean Hannity was spot on in declaring that journalism is dead, and thankfully, this time around, there was no way to mask the stench of that stinking media corpse from the noses of the American electorate. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Like what you just saw? Click below to subscribe and never miss another Rebel video.